Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. My name is Kseniya and I make videos for people who, like myself, are going through the family-based immigration process. I'm not an immigration attorney. My videos are based on publicly available information, my own experience, and the experience of my subscribers. And the purpose of my channel is to give you guys the confidence to go through this process completely on your own. So I wanted to discuss today the fact that USCIS has been issuing requests for evidence, specifically talking about the financial requests for evidence in regards to the affidavit of support, significantly sooner than they have ever before. So what I mean by that is that previously, when you submit your green card application, and this is for people who are adjusting status inside the United States, before approximately this year, 2022, when you submitted your green card application, typically the entire process took between 9 to 12 months. And USCIS typically got to review your affidavit of support and all the additional financial documents such as tax returns, financial statements from the petitioner, from the sponsor, about 6 or 7 months into the entire process. So what that means is that if you sent in a file with the affidavit of support 6 or 7 months ago, and perhaps maybe you had issues with your tax returns, or maybe you have not yet filed updated tax returns, maybe you just started a new job, you didn't have enough pay stubs to show for that job, right? After 6 or 7 months, by the time USCIS would send you a request for evidence, you would typically be able to compile all the evidence that you accrued over the past 6 or 7 months, put it all together, and you would be able to typically just send it in to USCIS. However, what we are starting to see right now, based on the experience of all the people that come to me, based on what I'm seeing online, is that USCIS, as soon as they receive your file, one of the first things that they look at is the affidavit of support and all of the financial documents. So we are actually seeing requests for evidence, requests for financial evidence specifically, coming in probably about 1 month after you have filed your case. Now, what this means for you is that if in the very beginning you have filed a weak case and you had a shaky tax return, maybe the tax return that didn't reflect the required amount necessary for sponsoring the intending immigrant, right? You don't really have the time to correct that, because RFEs typically give you a very strict, short amount of time to compile all that evidence and send it in. What this tells us is that a lot of applicants actually have a very difficult time to obtain additional evidence to send into USCIS. And in a lot of cases, what this means is that they probably would expect you to obtain a joint sponsor with good tax record who will be able to sign an additional affidavit of support to send in with the RFE response. So that is something that you need to be aware of. And one of my most recent videos that I have just released, talking about the 5 reasons why you should probably wait to file your green card application. And one of the biggest reasons I mentioned in that video is the affidavit of support, because we are seeing how much weight USCIS puts on it, but also how soon they're starting to do it, that it doesn't give you as a petitioner, as the sponsor, enough time to straighten out your finances, your tax returns. And so that is the one thing that I need you guys to remember. When it comes to the affidavit of support, when it comes to providing financial evidence, if your most recent year's tax returns do not reflect the amount necessary to sponsor an intending immigrant, then you are guaranteed, 100% guaranteed, to receive an RFE, the request for evidence, asking you to obtain a joint sponsor or asking you to provide proof of your assets. So I suggest that before you even send in your file, just look at it closely, look at your affidavit of support. If you feel like your most recent year's tax returns do not reflect that amount, it's not worth it, honestly, fighting with USCIS, trying to prove to them that your current job is making you enough money. In that case, again, refer back to the video that I just mentioned, but perhaps in your situation, it's best to either wait a couple of more months until you file updated tax returns or obtain a joint sponsor. On paper, USCIS says that there's all these different types of income that you can use to sponsor intending immigrants, that there is assets that you can use, value of your second vehicle, or maybe value of your home. However, in reality, all they mostly look at is the total income line on your most recent year's tax returns. So that is something that they definitely want to see. And if that amount doesn't reflect enough to sponsor, you will automatically get an RFE. So if you want to avoid them right away, build a strong case, get a joint sponsor, include as many assets as you possibly can. If you feel like that is something that you can do, then definitely go ahead and do that. But I just wanted you guys to be aware that USCIS is issuing RFEs significantly sooner, and that puts a lot of people into a position where they don't have enough time to file updated tax returns or find a joint sponsor, So definitely make sure that you are ready, that you are sending a good, strong case before you even initiate the process, because at that point, you are on your own timeline as opposed to being on USCIS's timeline. And again, you'll also want to avoid delays in your case as well. So I hope that you found this quick little update video useful. Let me know what's been going on in your own case. And just to let you guys know that RFEs are extremely common, especially for the affidavit of support. I would say that about 80% of all questions and emails that I receive are regarding the affidavit of support. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up so more people can see it, so we can help more people. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.